This project is a collaboration between a high school chemistry teacher and a higher ed tech faculty member. We collaborated to create three-dimensional or 3D experiences to support theoretical concepts in high school chemistry. This project ranged from the whole entire 2022 to 2023 academic year, and we had 3 chemistry classes with 36 consenting participants, and the students were between the ages of 14 and 16, and they were in high school chemistry, enrolled in high school chemistry. And when we got started, we were looking at how 3D and augmented reality could be brought into chemistry to support learning. And so we first decided which units and which content to augment to start with. We evaluated the technology, and then we were trying to find already created apps and already created experiences. This is where we started running into some limitations of what was out there. And then we created pre-post tests and perception surveys to get to better understand how these experiences and applications can be used and support learning. So this all started kind of behind the why of why we did this is because chemistry is hard. There's a lot of theoretical concepts that can only ever be represented by models because you can never actually see them. And paper and traditional manipulatives assume a lot of prior knowledge and have limitations in what they can show. Nearly everything is 2D, and so you're having to use models and 2D representations of 3D aspects, and so there's not much. The students need a lot more help in visualizing what the 3D aspect looks like. And there is a very large gap in the offerings for high school. There's a lot of offerings for middle school and college level, but for high school, there's just a major limitation in the content out there. So the school itself is BYOD, which means bring your own device. And so one of the first things we did was poll all the students, even the non-consenting students, to ensure that we were creating experiences that everyone could access. And we found that 95% of the students had iPhones and some kind of Apple product. So we primarily created, and we're looking for ways to create for iOS. The teacher did have a handful of iPads that could support anything we created for those that did not have an iOS device. So in building these, we used rapid prototyping. The chemistry teacher designed and wrote the equations and drew the visuals and reactions similar to the image on the left. And then the chemistry teacher and the higher ed faculty member, we would collaborate on the vision of what this should look like. And as the higher ed faculty member, I took notes, which are displayed in red on the image on the left. And then I developed the experience, and I would send it back to the high school chemistry teacher. There was iterative feedback with updates until it was correct. And so some experiences went through just one round of updates, and some went through multiple rounds of updates. Now we'll take you into one of the 3D experiences that was created. This is the 3D experience for methane. The instructions are at the top, so tap the hydrogen electrons to place them on the atoms. The students already know which electrons are hydrogen and carbon. The teacher teaches them that. So if you're not a chemistry person, you may say, well, which one's which? But the students have that prior knowledge. Tap the carbon electrons to place them on the atoms. So again, we tap the carbon. We can move and turn. We can see, where they're placed. The students themselves are doing a worksheet, so they're doing a handout that goes along with this, and so it gives them more information. We'll tap the screen because they should already have created the bond. Now the bond, this is a 3D tetrahedral shape, and again, that the words tell us that. And so the students can click and drag or tap and drag to see the tetrahedral shape. They do have to draw it in a 2D manner. And they can also zoom in to see the electrons. Overall, the students enjoyed the experiences, the 3D experiences, with most of them stating that it really helped them visualize the content and the materials. This concludes our video summary. There are more experiences in our submission packet and overview for you to view. Thank you.